going to show you some of my favorite exercises using the TRX because I post so much on my fitness page on Facebook, Larafitness, about how much I love the TRX. It's really helped to strengthen my body. I used to have a lot of neck pain, back issues, and ever since I started working the TRX into my workouts, my core, muscles that I was neglecting, everything's gotten so much stronger. So I really encourage you to get a TRX or a version like it. This is not a TRX brand, but it's something just like it, and it works just as well. And so, yeah, just get something like it. So I have it anchored on my wall very safely. I have no shoes on because I really like to strengthen my tendons and ligaments and foot muscles when I can. This is a great time to do that, just like a yoga class. So I'm going to step away from my TRX so that my arms are extended, belly button is tight, neutral spine, shoulders are back and down. So before I even start, I want to make sure my body positioning is good. I like to start about here, but if you're really advanced, you can really walk down as low as you want to with your TRX. I kind of go at an average place with it, and I'm just going to pull the elbows back and stretch myself back out, staying neutral posture. It's a wonderful way to get back row. And again, if you feel like you want to go a little more advanced, you can step a little closer, a little further down. You can row from lower. So I am literally pulling my body weight against this resistance and opposing gravity without having to add any dumbbells or use a machine. It's fabulous. So big back muscle, great way to warm up. And then I like to switch it by doing opposing muscle groups and going right to the chest. So I'm going to turn around, grab the handles from the inside, step away from the wall, and bring my feet back. And again, however far back you bring your feet depends on your fitness level. You can stay up high, or you can really come down a little bit farther. Elbows are tucked in. I'm going to exhale and push into a chest press. Exhale. Here, if you have shoulder issues, you might want to bring your hands in tighter along your sides, face those palms in and straight out so that you're not putting the shoulder in a compromising position. So see where my palms are now, they're facing in. I'm going to extend. Belly button's really tight. It's a lot of work to keep that core tight and strong while you're doing a chest press. When you're on a bench, you don't have to worry about your tummy. You can let it hang out like a big blob. And you really can't do that when you're using your TRX in order to keep in good alignment. All your postural muscles have to be working together. Here, and push. So back chest. I'm going to go back to back exercise, back row. I'm now going to switch to a one-hand version. Put a little knot here for safety. So I'm going to string this through and just go one arm at a time. Make sure it's nice and tight. Am I getting in a range here? Hello. Okay. One arm rows. Coming down. I'm going to bend that elbow and extend. Bend and extend. Belly button's nice and tight. Whew. More work. Lifting my body with one arm, step two. Bending the elbow. Belly button's in. And pulling. You can also choose to come down into a squat if you want to make it more advanced and then come up. I'm just going to stay in my nice tight line. And pull. You can also add a dumbbell here if you wanted to, and press that up for a little more advanced move. Switch sides. Extend. Bend that elbow. Extend. Bend that elbow. Harder than it looks. 120 pounds hanging here from the wall. It's a big pull. It feels good. Keeping that belly button nice and tight so I don't rotate too much. Let's do two more. And pulling it in. I'm going to unloop so I can go back to my chest press. Real easy to do, just unloop it. Make sure my straps are even. Turn back around. across the street. Get my workout in. So chest now, belly button tight, backing up a little closer to the wall, making that a little more advanced this round and pushing. Exhale, inhale back, and pushing. Strong legs, everything's nice and tight, pushing off. Keeping the head and neck in alignment. Just caught myself extending my neck a little bit. Pull back, head and neck in alignment. Exhale. Really getting chest, shoulder, and tricep. Woo, can really feel that on set 2. Whoa, okay, that's 2. One more. Let's go through one more back row. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. I'm gonna add a squat and a pull. Make good positioning, squat, row this time. Squat, row, squat. Makes it a little more of a power exercise. Squatting down, powering up, squatting down, powering up. Get my heart rate up just a little bit more. It's fun to do while you're doing your weight training. Burn a few extra calories that way. Squat, pull. I'm really still focusing on all the work coming from my back as opposed to my legs. And up. Okay, so there's 2 of my first 2 favorites, chest and back. We're now going to go to rear delts. We're going to extend our arms. We're going to squat down. And we're going to open up into a V. It looks easy, but it's not, because I don't want to bend my elbows in the way up. What I'm doing is I'm working those often neglected muscles behind your shoulders and upper back. So I'm squatting down and I'm opening into a high V. Down, high V. Down, high V. In the beginning, when you try this, you might see yourself do this. Because it's really hard to open those arms. It took me a while. Down. Use those rear delts, use those traps to elevate, and then depress, elevate, those trapezoid muscles, elevate, and elevate. Your other variation on this is to go all the way to your toes, straight up. It's a little more advanced, really have to give it a little more power. Okay, so we are now going to do single leg lunge. I love this using the TRX because, one, I'm completely doing balance work, stabilizing my hip, knee, shoulder joints on one side. Abdominals have to stay tight or I will fall over because it's part of your postural muscles, helps with balance. And I'm also going to extend this one and, work obviously my leg muscles, my glutes, my quads, all that. So I'm going to step forward a little bit so I have a little resistance. I'm going to keep my chest lifted. I'm going to squat and lift. A little bit angled here. It's tricky on the concrete. Okay, so I'm going to do a squat and lift, and a squat and lift. My other leg is suspended. You could lift this back a little higher if you want to. And I'm doing a mini lunge. You're really extending that back leg out. Boy, let me tell you, and you can really feel it in your foot and ankle while you're going up and down into your lunge. Really feel the strengthening work going on in there. Down and up. If you wanted to grab some dumbbells, you could. You really don't have to because it's so much work just to stabilize and hold up here. Let's switch sides. Strap person. You must be on their lunch break. We're going to bend, lift, into a comfortable lunge. Other leg is extended. Down and up. Woo. Really feel that stabilization going. Knee joint, ankle, all working to stabilize while strengthening the glute and the quads. Belly button's tight. I think we got about 2 more. Really feel that work going on in the chest. Okay. We're going to go back to first side. One more set of each. Down and up. Barefoot, so that my sneakers are not doing any supporting work right now. I'm really strengthening foot, all the ligaments, ankle. So great for running. Really helps support those muscles that you use while you're running, not just the thighs, ankles, shins, calves. Last one. Right, one more side. Belly button tight, connect with your center, set up, and lunge. You can go down farther if you're flexible. It takes a little work, getting that balance down. And you can go lower. Really working through that glute. Need strong glutes for everything. Strong glutes, strong core. Feels like 12. And down. Okay, we're gonna go back to arms. We're gonna unstrap. And if you were just hitting some more legs, you might choose to just do your lunges on here with some other leg work. Throw in your arms. More of an arm day. I just like to circuit everything up, as I said before. I'm gonna do some high bicep curls. I don't do a lot of bicep curls, but I like these because I am engaging my core by having to stay nice and straight and balanced on the TRX. I'm going to walk my feet down a little bit towards the wall and extend my arms. And I'm going to lift my whole body up by bending those elbows and then extend back. So the bicep curl is the elbow flexion. So here's the extension and the flexion is the curl. Depending on how fit you are, you can really fall back and curl. It's that flexion from getting some bicep work. And let me tell you, I feel this in my tummy. Just from keeping my core so solid and tight. There's the work. Lift. And using all my body weight to bend those elbows in half. And I think that's about all I can do. Whew, it's hard. I'm going to turn around and get triceps. So we've gone large muscles to small, back and chest, legs, lower body, and then go into some of these little babies, triceps and biceps at the end. I'm going to back my feet up to the wall. I'm going to bring my elbows high, but then I'm going to drop my shoulders down because I don't want my shoulders scrunched up to my neck. So I'm going to drop my shoulders down. I'm going to keep my elbows close to my ears, and I'm going to extend, keeping that same range of motion, elbows tight, and extend. Keeping head and neck in alignment. So all the work here is coming from the back of my arms, from the triceps. Very tough spot to tone. Those planks, those push-ups that I do, all that stuff is a fabulous way to strengthen those triceps muscles. That's why that way when you burn fat all over your body, your little nice developed muscles will show more. That's the goal. Push. It's a hard one. I'm not faking it. It's really hard. One more. Bend and press. If you do not feel that work in the back of the tricep, if you feel it in your neck, we need to modify. So email me. Go to my Facebook page, larafitness.com, and email me, and I'll help you modify those tricep or biceps moves. We don't want you squished up here so you're feeling your neck or anything engaged. We want everything relaxed and just working through the range of motion. Let's go back to the biceps one more time. Turning back around. So we're doing a lot of opposing muscle groups today. Working the triceps, biceps rest, working the biceps, triceps rest. So bicep curls, we were down low, bending, and extending, and bending, extending, bending. So my biceps are working against gravity. Woo! My own body weight. It's enough weight to curl, I'll tell you. Woo! Bending and extending. It's going to be a short set for me. Woo. I'm going to modify a little bit, come a little higher, just to finish out my set. I'm not going to drop as low. That's what's nice about TRX. You can modify throughout the movement. Get your reps done. All right, there we go. Going back to triceps, last one. And you can do up to 4 sets of each exercise. I'm going to do 2 for purposes of just showing you the workout. Back those feet up. Elbows are tight, shoulders are down and relaxed. Belly button is engaged, meaning draw it in slightly against the ribs. Just don't let your belly hang out. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Woo! I feel the back of those arms just from set 1. From yesterday's planks, you feel the triceps too. Keeping the shoulders down and relaxed. Focusing on your posture. I have folks that come all the way back against this wall and really, come all the way down. I can't quite do that, so go wherever you need to get those reps done with good form. We can't pretend to be something we're not, right? We just got to work hard wherever we are. And this is where I am today. There. All right, so those are some of my favorite TRX moves. I hope you enjoy them, and go to Larafitness.com, email me if you have any moves that you want, and I'll just keep adding to this. Move forward.